What up, guys? This is going to be a general reading for those that are in a third-party situation. Okay, so these messages may or may not resonate with you. The two decks we're going to use are the ones I created. We have my third-party love triangle and my mixed emotions mini deck. You can find those in my Etsy shop, okay? So let me let me stand up real quick, hunty, because this might get a little Oh, by the way, I was really I was really guided to burn my protection incense that you see here. I don't even know where I left it, but anyways, it is a protection incense for this specific situation, because I feel like with the exchange of energies, especially if you're in a third party, it could mess with each other's energies. So I felt like if I burnt it, I will send out, that protection energy to protect your energies from one another, because all those mixed energies combined together, it's hard to tell which energy is yours, theirs, and the person they're dealing with, or vice versa. So it's always important to protect your energy, okay, guys? So let's start with the masculine side, and then we'll do the feminine side, okay? So the masculine who's dealing or living with somebody, okay? Whether they're married or not, I see this as them not being married, but they could be, all right? So we have, if union happened, would we be better or worse? So they're wondering, hey, if we were to see each other again after so long, or if we were to continue to see one another, is it going to be worse for us, or is it going to be easier for us? So I feel like that's a question they keep like trying, over and over again, like repeating in their mind, like, oh my God, is it going to be worse, or is it going to be good for us? Because the more closer you guys get, the more difficult it's going to be. And I know I could just hear some of you guys saying too fucking late. So, all right. And then we have, I regret allowing myself to fall in love with you because now I'm stuck. So you see, this is where it gets complicated, because that if you're with somebody and you get involved with somebody else, it's going to be complicated. There's going to be difficulties no matter what, because you are combining energies, okay? And so then we have, when I picture myself settling down fully committed, I think about you in it and how amazing it would feel /be. So this to me tells me that they're not completely committed, meaning they're not married or with children. Maybe some of them are, but they're not like, it doesn't feel like complete to them, because maybe they feel like that they're not the one. But when they do picture that, they picture you, they're feminine. All right. And so then we have, there are days when I can't feel your energy, and that leaves an empty feeling in my heart. So of course, feminines, if you pulled away from this specific masculine, and they could feel that, and it leaves that empty feeling, because they're so used to you being drawn to them, chasing them, having your energy all over them, that when you finally are just like fed up or done, you pull away from that, and they can feel that empty void. I give into my fears when I try to leave, and it keeps me stuck with them. I find it difficult to break the cycle. So you see, even when they try, even when they try to leave, look, Spirit's trying to cut they're trying to cut my communication. So even when they try to leave, okay, they find it difficult to do that, because either their person either threatens them with something, tries to make their life miserable, whatever the case may be, and they just go back to settling all over again, and that makes it really difficult, and they can't seem to break that fucking repeating cycle. So they're confessing that it's really hard for them to do so. And then we have, I'm used to being stable with the person I'm with, but I also crave exciting new energy, and you give me that. So of course, when you're in the same old situation, it gets a little boring. You need a little excitement. You need a little something new. I mean, you could do that with the person that you're with, but to them, it's kind of like, maybe they don't want that. Maybe they're just with them because it's convenient, and they don't want to spend quality time with them in that way because they see them every day or whatever. And with you, it's like you give them that sense of freedom, excitement, the newness, the passion that they crave. So it's like, this is pretty much saying, hey, tired of the same old. So like, you give me that, the new exciting energy, and that other person does not. So The mixed emotions that we have here that came out is withdrawn. So they're feeling a little withdrawn, okay? They're missing your energy, especially if you pulled back, okay? And they're feeling that empty feeling in their heart. Of course, they're feeling withdrawal, and they're also missing you, okay? They're feeling defensive and ashamed. So perhaps you said something to them that made them feel some type of way, and they're like ashamed of like how they treated you, of the things that they said. A lot of times they don't know their own actions until you fucking tell it like it is, and they get a little defensive and then pull away because they can't handle it. And then later on, they're like, oh, fuck. And they start to feel ashamed because of it. So now they're feeling blocked by your energy again. And they're longing for you, which is going back to the missing you card here. So you see what I mean? All right. So then feminines, we have, let me get back up. I trigger myself so much by spying, but I just have to know. So feminines, you know, if you continue to spy on your masculine, knowing that they live with somebody, you know you're going to find some shit no matter what, and it's going to trigger you. But there's just something about it that you just have to know, because it helps you out, and you know, in a way where it helps you move forward. It opens your eyes. Whenever you feel vulnerable, like wanting to give in to them, you go and spy and you see something you don't like. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you from giving in again. So it serves its purpose in a way. Actually, in many ways, I should say. So then we have, when people ask me about you, I cringe to answer because I don't want to hear myself say they are with someone else. So, ooh, this is a big one. You know what I mean? It is a deep one, actually, because people are used to seeing you guys together. They know about you guys, and you know, after so long, and they're finally with somebody else, or they're with, you know, someone after you, or if you got left by them or whatever. And it's like, hey, what happened to so-and-so? And you just cringe, you get the chills because you're like, I don't want to fucking have to answer to that. Just speaking about it, it's like painful. And then we have, our romance is through because you don't know what to do. It's hard for you to choose. Now let me make it easy on you. Peace out. So this is you literally pulling away from their energy, and they could feel that, which is why we have withdrawn and missing you. You see what I mean? The impact of it makes a big difference, and they can pick that up. So perhaps you were just like done with it. You're like, done. I'm over it. You don't know what to do. You haven't chosen. You promised me you would leave them. It hasn't been done. I'm just getting tired of it. So maybe who knows how long that would last, because come on, be real. We go back and forth. We got to be honest. We got to be real. You know what I mean? So, and then we have, I know in my heart, you and I will be just us again. So there's this hope within you where, you know, it's going to be just you two once upon a time like it used to be. And you get really, really stuck on that, you know, feeling, or hopeful on that feeling, like it's just going to be us again, just me and you, nobody else, like it used to be, darling. Oh, by the way, while I was shuffling and laying out the cards, the song that was playing in the background, and I had sent it to a friend of mine too. I said, look at the song that's playing in the background. It's called Let's Just Kiss and Say Goodbye. I forgot who sings it, but I think it's like an oldie song. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. Yeah, that's the song right there. It's gonna hurt me, I can't lie. So that's like the channel song for this specific spread here, okay? I remember that right now, so I had to make sure to tell you guys. So then we have, I know in my heart you and I will be just us again. Okay, I already read that. And it says, there's days when I want to settle with the little time that I have with you, and then there's days when I just tell myself, fuck that. So yeah, of course, you give in. Like I said, when you find yourself giving in, you go and spy, and it gives you that wake-up call to remind you, okay, never mind. Let me keep focusing on myself, like I said. And you know what I mean? So like there's days where, yes, you do miss them. You do crave them. You do want to settle. Like maybe in your mind, you're like, some time is better than nothing. And then there's days where you're like, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? So there's that back and forth yo-yo effect thing. And then it says, I feel bad for you sometimes, but then again, that bullshit's on you. So if your person is consistently saying, oh my God, they're pissing me off, like, you know, I'm not happy with them, or they're with their bullshit again or whatever. And there's times where you're just like, well, why are you still with them? And blah, 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 blah. But yet, you know, you keep hearing them say the same shit and they're not doing nothing about it. You're just like, I feel bad for you. But then at the same time, that bullshit's on you because you're continuing to allow it to happen. So the mixed emotions we have here is triggered, We also have played. You know, maybe that's what triggers you, is that you feel played. And then we have curious. So this curious also goes back to the wanting to spy on them card. Maybe you haven't spoken to them in a while or even spied on them in a while, and it makes you curious to see what they're up to. Then you get irritated because you can't help but want to know, but then you don't want to know. And it's fucking irritating you. So it triggers you at the same time. No wonder why this is called mixed emotions, because it's like, you know what I mean? It really messes with you. Then we get satisfied and offended. So this satisfied card, to me, it could be that you probably gave them a piece of your mind, or you probably, by saying peace out, I'm pulling away, that helped you become very, very satisfied with, you know, I'm very happy with what I said and what I did. But then at the same time, I'm a little offended that they're not actually reaching out or chasing me after I told them to fuck off or something. You know what I mean? So that's like a whole nother ball game right there. So I pulled some mixed emotion cards for the middle energy. So this is mirroring energies, what you guys are feeling towards one another. So we have horny, of course. You guys are both wanting each other in a very sexual way. We got challenged, let down. Yes, a separation is challenging. Yes, there will always be challenges as long as there's always a third party. You might also get let down from time to time. You know what I mean? Then you both are feeling very hopeful that you guys can still reconcile, which goes back to, hey, if union happened, would it be better or worse? Then we have exhausted and empty. Like it can get very exhausted. You guys are both tired of it. But you guys both feel empty when you're not around or together. And then we have connected. You see, you guys are still very much connected. Even though you've tried to break the connection, it does not happen. It gets a little frustrating. It gets a little exhausting. It's very challenging because you're hoping for change, but you're also wanting to fuck the shit out of them. So all right, guys, that's what I have for you. If it resonated, give it a like, comment down below. Like I said, if you want to purchase my decks, the link is in the description box or in the bio if you're on Instagram to purchase on my Etsy shop. All right, bye, guys.